I am co-streaming with my buddy Craig from CoachellaValley.com. And so this way we're just trying to get the video out to more platforms and get more eyeballs on these recipes. But welcome back to the kitchen. I've got a terrific hot weather recipe for you that I know you're going to enjoy. And it's super easy, very simple. The first thing we have to do is put our pasta in, because while the pasta's cooking, we're going to make our sauce. And the only thing we're cooking today is the pasta. So we don't have to heat up the whole kitchen. We don't have a lot of burners going, just the one. So we're going to go over here, put our pasta in. I'm using a little burrata. This is thick spaghetti. You can show them the pot. Pop that in there. Got it up to a pretty good boil. And I can put the whole box in there because I'm not that hungry tonight. But this thick spaghetti is going to take a few extra minutes to get to al dente. And while it's doing that, we're going to be able to make our delicious no-cook pasta sauce. And there are lots of variations you can use, but this is a great way. You know, here in the Coachella Valley today, we've been under an excessive heat warning. And we had temperatures up around 106 yesterday, similar numbers today. And this is a great way to keep you cool in the kitchen in the summertime and still make a great Italian meal. And all of your friends are going to be super impressed. But the one thing I will tell you, you absolutely need, in addition to our good pasta, is you absolutely need ripe tomatoes. So for my friends back east, my friend John, my brother-in-law, he says, "This is hot. I'm hungry." Skanos, which is Lithuanian for I think delicious. It's something like that. Anyway, the other aspect of this, since we're co-streaming, hey Bill, good to see you. I won't see all of your comments, but we'll see some of them as we go along. And that's kind of a downside for me because Wendy Maxey. I like to interact with you guys while we're cooking, but we're going to try this out because he gives me a couple of different camera angles and you can see what we're doing. Now, for this, you're going to need some ripe tomatoes. Here they are. And what I've done is I've taken most of the seeds out, not all, and I've diced them up. Now, you can do this a couple of different ways. You can use a potato masher. Hello, Laura Green. Nice to see you. Laura always sends me some fantastic photos that we use on News Channel 3 in the morning. I love using those photos. So thank you. She's a fantastic photographer. We've got some delicious Parmigiano Reggiano. Got a couple of cloves of garlic right there. Some red pepper flakes for you. Those are excellent and little spicy. You're going to need a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And of course, I'm using balsamic. This is the Neapolitan herb balsamic from All of a Sudden in Palm Desert, where you can get Fulvio's Italian sausage as well. You're going to need a little olive oil. Got a little olive oil right there. Hello, Pamela. Good to see you. Hey, Jan. So I've got about a quarter cup of olive oil. Now, you can use a potato masher and make it the hard way. I'm going to use my food processor. We're going to make it the easy way. While the pasta is boiling, let me stir that pasta while we're thinking about it. So we'll do that. Pardon me 1 second. All right, we're stirring the pasta. This is going to be fun. Roland, you're going to like this. My father-in-law and my mother-in-law, I'm sure, Dana, watching. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put all of this into the food processor. There's the list of ingredients. So that's another nice thing about working with Craig is we've set up a really nice way to be able to see all the things that we're doing. And I can give you some graphic assistance. All right, got my food processor. I'm going to put in, we can drop the recipe. I'm going to put in the tomatoes here, and I'll bring this down to where you guys can see what I'm doing. So you can see exactly what's going on here. All right, so we're going to put, there you are. I've got my tomatoes. I'm going to save a couple of these tomatoes out of this bowl for just a garnish at the end. But you want really ripe tomatoes, really nice ripe tomatoes. I went to Gelson's and found some nice ripe tomatoes. And I cut them up and I de-seeded them mostly. I'm just saving a few for garnish. All right, so we put that in. And then we're going to put in a couple of cloves of garlic. It depends on how garlicky you like it. Remember this, we're not sauteing the garlic, so it's going to be full power. So you want to go easy, or maybe you want to use a lot more. It's up to you. You can do it either way. And that way you can get it the way you want it as you cook. All right, so we got the tomatoes in there. And, pardon me 1 second. So we've got that. I'm going to put in a little bit of red pepper right now, just a little bit, not a lot. And I'm going to throw in some basil. I don't know if you guys can see that. Jim Vaughn. Hi, Jim. Good to see you. So we'll put that. And while we're doing that, let me check on my pasta for just a second over here. It looks like it's coming along nicely. I think we're doing fine on the pasta. And again, I'm using thick spaghetti, so I want to make sure that it gets to al dente. All right. And I put the garlic in. I'm going to put a little of the Parmesan in. We'll add more when we're done. But we'll blend some in right now, okay? So we'll just do that. I'm going to add a little of the freeze-dried basil just for some extra flavor and color. Hello, Cindy. Good to see you. Oh, I'm glad you're a weather watcher. I appreciate that very much. All right, so we've got all of that ready to go. And then we're going to spin you around so where you can see what we're doing. All right, and we're going to put our olive oil in right on top of that. There we go. And I've also got some beautiful burrata mozzarella that we're going to be using. I apologize. This has never happened while we've been doing this before, but I've got a little bloody nose going on. So I'm trying to take care of that and still cook. Not the easiest thing. But we will persevere and we'll be okay. All right, so I've got all of that in the food processor. And I happen to have some of my wife's marinated onions. These are marinated in a little white balsamic. I'm just going to throw a couple of these in there. Not a lot, because again, we're not cooking anything here. So this is going to be full power. Put the rest of my olive oil in. That in there. It's in there. Not quite. There we go. We're locked in. And now we're just going to pulse it. Get it nice and saucy. And it does look a little bit like Italian. Looks a little bit like Italian salsa, but this is going to be really fantastic and delicious. And oh, I'm going to give it a little bit more. And of course, if you get really beautiful red ripe tomatoes, you'll get an even prettier sauce out of this, but this is going to be super flavorful and delicious. All right, so that is just about ready to go. I'm going to check on the pasta. Let's see, we're coming along here. Now, one of the things I'm going to do when the pasta is nice and al dente, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to transfer it to the colander. We're going to drain it. And then, hey, Rosalind, good to see you. And then once we drain it, I'm going to throw a little butter on it right away. So it's going to make it a little extra creamy. And that's going to add to the Parmesan cheese. So here is, I said, it doesn't look like salsa, but trust me, it doesn't taste like salsa. Hello, John Gordon. Good to see you. So we're going to try that out. This is going to be really good. And again, all you did was blend up your favorite ingredients. And I reserved some tomatoes for garnish. I also reserved some basil for garnish. And then we're going to put some burrata. Oh, this is such good stuff. Burrata is amazing. And you're going to see when we cut that open on top of the pasta, that hot pasta is going to be fantastic. I forgot to put one ingredient in. You need a little, just a little bit of balsamic vinegar. So I'm going to put that in. Just about a tablespoon or two, not a lot. And we'll close her back up. And we'll blend that back in. Come on, baby. There we go. Did you see how that deepened up the color just a little bit too? So it makes it even beautiful and a little nice darker red. All right, let's check out our pasta. I think we're just about ready to take that out. Oh, that looks al dente. All right, perfect. In the time it's taken us to make the sauce, the pasta is ready to go. Kill the heat on that. Take it over here. I'm just going to drain it off. And like I said, I'm going to add a little dollop of butter right into the pasta. That's going to make it nice and creamy for when I put it in the pot. Hello, Jigs. Good to see you. I'm putting about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half, into the pasta, and I'm just stirring it right in while it's in the colander. All right. We got that. Here we go. We're going to put our pasta in the bowl with that wonderful butter. There's dripping everywhere, but don't mind that. All right, now I want you guys to see this. Hey, Art, how are you? I need to come see you. Art is, of course, over at Persimmon Cafe. There's our pasta. Here's our sauce. There we go. That looks good. Now, remember there's some butter in there. I'm going to add a little more of our Parmesan cheese, like this. And now, we're just going to toss that around a little bit and get it all mixed in, just like that. Oh, that already looks and smells fantastic. And you're going to want to put a little fresh salt and pepper on this when you serve it. And so what we're going to do, let me grab a pasta bowl. All right. You're going to love this. Bring this over here, bring this here so you can see it. All right. We're going to get pasta like that. Oh, that's nice. There we go. And then we're going to put a little fresh tomato on there, and then maybe another little piece of fresh tomato. I'll cut it up a little bit like that. We're going to put a couple of basil leaves like that. And now for the fun part. Now if you want, and I like a saucy sauce, so I'm going to just drizzle a little bit more of our no-cook sauce. And everything is beautiful. I didn't really blend this a lot, so it's going to be nice and chunky, including that garlic. So remember, use the garlic according to how you like it, because it will be very powerful in this sauce. Now what we're going to do is cut our burrata like that and put that burrata right on top. Now burrata is mozzarella that is filled with cream It makes it rich and creamy and delicious. And it's a perfect accompaniment for a summertime meal because it's nice, it's cool, it's tasty. Mike, what's the matter, you? Sal, how are you? Hello, Molly. Good to see you. And by the way, tonight I'm sipping on I'm going to try it in just a second. I just want to say the wine we're enjoying. This is a Montepulciano d'Abruzzo. Goes back a couple of years, 2018. I love good Italian wine with good Italian food. So let's try our no-cook pasta sauce and see what we think. I want some of that burrata in there, just like that. I've got it nice and sauced up. I think you know it needs a little more Parmigiano Reggiano. You can't have enough cheese. The pasta's cooked to perfection. That, kids, is fantastic. And it's just that easy. You don't need a whole lot of cooking going on. And we didn't heat up the kitchen. It's fantastic. Look at that. I know David is a great chef. Isn't that beautiful? And the flavors, especially, I know that a lot of you guys on the East Coast, you're looking toward July and August and getting those beautiful beef eater tomatoes. That's going to be perfect for this. So you, Mike, I don't know what you're into, Mike. I think you've been in your whiskey collection. All right. This is a great summertime meal. Perfect for the fresh vegetables you get. And you can always go to the certified farmer's market and get wonderful fresh ingredients. And there you see it. It's up on your screen. I'll post the full recipe, of course. But just, it is fantastic and delicious, bursting with fresh flavor. So you guys, I really encourage you, if you're dubious, try it. The no-bake pasta is fantastic, as is the wine. So that's our dish tonight, and it's just that easy. Just whip it up. I left the pantry open so you guys can see just what a messy pantry we have. Listen, thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week. Hope everybody has had a good week thus far. And I'll be back next week with another fun recipe to try. And then we're going to be off on a little vacation, but we might try cooking from a distant tropical location. I won't say where just yet. But we'll be here next week in the kitchen. Salute. Chindan, have a great evening and have a great weekend. Of course, I'll see you tomorrow on News Channel 3. Good night.